Hey everybody, Robbie here. So I thought I would make you a video with the basics. We are focusing in our Facebook group this week, Hope for Alzheimer's, Bredesen Protocol Health Coach, our private group on Facebook about the KetoFlex12 And so today we're going to look at just what is the KetoFlex12. And I know there are a lot of new people in the group, so let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen. So let me pull up some slides. And these are the slides that I use for my group coaching. So if any of you are wanting to maybe dig in deeper, this is just a little bit of what I go into in our group. And then of course my one-on-ones, I help you personally, whatever was going on with you, and help you with the KetoFlex12. So what is KetoFlex, right? KetoFlex12. So keto refers to ketosis, which we use to help fuel the brain. The flex in the KetoFlex12 refers to two concepts, and the first is this approach promotes metabolic flexibility, right? That is our goal. Our first goal is to produce ketones. Our second goal is to get metabolically flexible, and that's the ability to use either fat or glucose for fuel to maximize the fuel supply to your brain. So the second, the KetoFlex12, the second thing that it means is that this is a heavily plant-based diet, right? But it's flexible. You can use meat or you can't. Now, I'm just going to be really honest with you here. For my clients that don't want to use meat, it's tough. And so I haven't worked with too many clients that have choose to be either a vegan or a vegetarian. It can be done, but it would be really, really hard. And but it can be done. And really, Dr. Bredesen talks about thinking as protein or meat as more of a condiment than you would, I mean, we're used to, right, as meat being that main part of the meal. And so we look at it more as a condiment, and we focus more on the vegetables. So the KetoFlex12 is a diet which, when practiced correctly, becomes a lifestyle to prevent and reverse cognitive decline. And so remember, the KetoFlex12 is just one part of the strategy, right? There's 7 other strategies. We have the KetoFlex12, we have exercise, we have restorative sleep, we have stress management, we have brain stimulation, we have detoxification, and then we also have supplements. So it's when all of these become your lifestyle, that's when it really, really starts working, and it can prevent or reverse cognitive decline. I see it all the time in my clients. So what is ketosis? What a ketogenic diet does is it switches the body from burning glucose, which is sugar or carbs, to burning fat. And really, we're used to just eating all those carbs and sugar, and our body is used to doing that. That's what causes insulin issues and diabetes, right? So we want to change that to our bodies can start using fat for fuel, which is really what's going to fuel our brains. And this is the metabolic shift that we want. So when the body burns fat, it produces molecules known as ketones, which are used for fuel. And when ketones are the primary source of fuel for the body, it's known as being in ketosis. So how do we create ketones? Well, the KetoFlex12 diet, right? That's going to help us create ketones because the diet is low carb. It is protein, just mild on the protein, not too much, and then heavy on the healthy fats. And we'll get more into this later as we look into what all of this means. I'm going to do a little bit with y'all. But so the KetoFlex12, and remember that 12-3, that stands for at least 12 hours of fasting. Most of my clients will do that during the night. Makes it super easy because the 3 stands for stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. So let's say you finish your evening meal at 7 and then you go to sleep that night, right? And you don't eat till after that. So 7 the next morning, you've done your 12 hours right there. So most of my clients find it even easier to go even a little bit longer fast, which is recommended, especially if you have the APOE4 variant. So you want to get more of a 14 to 16 hour fast. So, and then fasting is the next one, right? The longer you extend your fast, the more ketones you're going to produce. And then exercise is another way that we create ketones, because exercise is physically demanding. Our bodies use glucose to meet that demand. And an hour or more after exercise, your blood glucose is usually lower and your ketones are higher than pre-exercise. So when you put all of those together, the KetoFlex12, the fasting and the exercise, it works really well to create those ketones. In fact, it helps where you think of other keto diets, you know, you have to go really low on those carbs and whatnot. But if you're doing fasting and exercise, and you don't necessarily have to go that low on the carbs. Although I will say the first part of the, when you first start the diet, most of my clients do have to stay lower in the carbs for at least 4 to 6 weeks. But everybody's different. And again, this is a very personalized protocol. So short-term versus long-term. Our short term is to get into ketosis. We want to start producing ketones, but our long-term goal is to create metabolic flexibility. So that's the ability to burn, remember, either fat or glucose as fuel to restore or support healthy cognition. Okay, so there's a little bit of what the KetoFlex12 is and just kind of what your appetite. And again, if you want more information, consider working with me as your health coach, because this really is a personalized protocol and we are all different. And so to have a coach to really help you know where you're at and how to get to where you want to be. And what I love to do as a health coach, I love seeing my clients just get confidence, right? To really trust what they're doing so that they can make this a lifestyle and then they can pivot when life happens. If they go on a vacation, they know how to handle it. If something comes up, they know how to handle it. So that's what I really like doing as a health coach. So I'm going to stop sharing this. And there you go. I hope you found this helpful. And again, if you need more help, you can sign up for a free consultation with me to see if working with a health coach would be something that would work for you. And then remember, my group, I do groups, I think 3 to 4 times a year is usually what I'm shooting for. And our next one is going to start August 23rd, and you'll be hearing more about that. So that might be a good way. The groups are fun. You get just that group vibe and seeing how everybody else is doing things. It's more cost efficient. So that runs for 3 months every week. So it's a really good deal. All right, guys, we'll talk later. Bye.